Hello guys, welcome back to the channel, and today is the post-weekend or match day one discussion session, and I'm here with my man Marcelo, and as you can see he's an Arsenal fan, and we're not just going to talk about only Arsenal. We are going to talk about all the matches that were played in the weekend, not all but some of them, at least the big matches like Liverpool, Leeds, Tottenham, Everton. That was the biggest match of the weekend, and also Arsenal, Fulham, and Chelsea, Brighton. So that will be the matches we'll be discussing today, or that will be the matches we'll be talking about today. So, Seni, welcome to the channel.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. So actually, as I said earlier, he's an Arsenal fan. So, but we are not going to start from Arsenal because even though that was the first match that was played during the weekend, but we are not starting with a particular match. We will start with Liverpool Leeds. I think it was very entertaining match. So what do you have to say about that match, or what did you observe or study from that match?
Okay. The Liverpool and Leeds match is very entertaining. I can say that was the best match of the week so far.
Yeah.
Nobody was expecting so many goals to come from the match. Actually, I predicted 2-0 for Liverpool, but Leeds are really going to prove a point this season. From last season against the match they played against Arsenal at Emirates, the FA Cup.
Okay.
Then what I saw, what they did there, it really made me know that Leeds are coming strong this season.
Okay.
And they have a very good coach.
Yeah.
A coach of coaches. You understand?
Yeah.
Pep Guardiola and even Pochettino all recommend him as the best coach in the world. So it's not going to be like something. They're not going to be walk past.
Okay.
They're going to give teams tough time. And I'm really seeing this ending in top 10.
Okay. Well, actually, that's his prediction. Leeds ending top 10. Before the season began, I went around in town to ask people their opinions about what will be going on, who they think will win the league, and most people take Leeds United as the surprise team of the season. So, is that your pick? Do you think Leeds is your surprise team?
Definitely Leeds.
Okay.
They are going to be the new Wolves.
Okay.
They'll play in Europa, but that one is assured.
All right. So with their style, he's hoping that, or assuring that Leeds will be in the Europa League next season. So actually, if you haven't watched that video, just go into the our channel and then search for that video. You will see that that will be the latest video currently after this one, and so you can go and search and then see people's opinion. And most people take Leeds to be the surprise package of this season. And so for the Liverpool match, now if you watch the Liverpool match, actually there was something missing. Even though Liverpool won the match, but it was a match that was like kind of like, should I say, I don't want to say lack, but should I say kind of a struggle for Liverpool.
Yeah, they actually struggle. You could see that before the game, they underrated Leeds. They were thinking Leeds was just a promoted team, so they're just going to have an easy game.
Okay.
But when it was 2-2, that's where they began to know that this game wasn't just an easy game for them.
Okay.
They have to put more effort. You understand? That's how come they won the game. If not, Leeds would have disgraced them at Anfield.
Alright.
Leeds were actually going for a win.
Okay.
When it was 3-3, but it was just unfortunate that their record signing caused the penalty and Salah had to just put it in the game.
Okay. Alright. So actually, Liverpool really struggled. They didn't struggle that much, but it was an easy win for them.
They had an easy win at all.
But last season we saw something of that sort from Norwich, and we saw that Norwich started the season very strong. Timo Pukki scoring goals, and at the end, don't you think Leeds can also maybe be on that same path?
Leeds have a proper coach.
Okay.
You understand? So if you watch them, yes. If you watch them from the Championship, how they were playing, and what they are really up to, you can see that they are not just coming they're not going to be the next Norwich. Okay. So the same way for Wolves.
Okay.
The first season they played in this thing, EPL. Just was the last 3 seasons ago. You could see that the first game was against Man City. They really gave them tough time.
Okay.
You understand? But they didn't end up like Norwich.
Alright.
So you can see the same thing in this Leeds team. They have a very strong team and a very good manager, and it's really going to take them far.
Okay. Okay, actually Liverpool won the match, and then you heard it, or Leeds United are going to be a very big threat in the Premier League to most of the big boys in the season. Now let's go to the next match. Now, before we come to the big match, I don't want to talk about it now. That was Everton Tottenham. But let's talk about Arsenal Fulham. what were the positives you picked from that game? Since you are Arsenal fan, I know you watched the game. What were the positives you picked from that game?
Well, Arsenal, as usual, under Arteta, they were solid at defense. You understand? They weren't just giving the balls away, and you know, every single Arsenal player there was very aggressive. When they lose the ball, they are going aggressively to take the ball back. That's really a positive from Arteta, because they weren't playing the same way under Emery and you know
the last
Freddie
part
and
of
Wenger's era.
era.
So you can see that Arteta is really putting something new in these guys. That's one positive I've seen from the listen.
Okay.
And you can also see that now Aubameyang is more direct.
Okay.
Though he's playing from the left wing, it's not like his favorite position, but he's now more direct than he was when he came. Now he cuts across and he put the ball on the right hand side. Okay. It's now going to make him. It's going to help him score a lot of goals, and I'm really tipping him to win the Golden Boot this season by like let's say 3 or 4 goal margin.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So actually, you're one of the signings, William.
I forgot to even speak of.
Yes. So
first of all, I have to thank Chelsea for giving us William.
Okay.
To them, they are saying he has come to a retirement home. Yes, we've agreed. Now let's see whether it's actually a retirement home or he's coming to win trophies here. You can see what William has done. Right now, I don't know what to say, but William has more assists than Kai Havertz, than Ziyech, than all these their new signings combined. Okay. And it's even hurting me to say Gabriel has more goals than Timo Werner. But it's something they won't understand, we know. But Chelsea, they really have to take it that way. But I'm really thanking them for William.
Okay.
He's going to provide more assists for us.
Alright. Okay. So actually, William did perfectly well. He was really
very
good in the
game. He wasn't delaying passes. One time, then you could see the goal Aubameyang scored.
Yes.
That's the difference between William and Pepe right now. Pepe would have taken the ball, tried to go forward and put in some dribble, but William just give the ball directly to Aubameyang. That's the difference. But I'm not saying Pepe is a bad player. No. I know Arteta wants to use William as the number 10 role so that you can play Pepe out wide, but that would be a good idea. So we hope to see.
Alright. So actually, even looking at that match too, even though Fulham were not, I don't want to say they were an easy side, like Arsenal walked over them, no, but mostly we don't have to always criticize the losing team, but sometimes you have to give the winning team some credit. And then the new signings like Gabriel, I think he did very well. Scored
even though the first 5 minutes, he didn't have, it was communication.
Yeah.
As time goes on, you will be familiar with all those things.
Okay.
So it's really painful. David Luiz is not fit to play. He will be the one to guide them at the back.
Okay.
Language barrier and all those things, but we still move on. We move.
Okay. So actually, Arsenal won the game 3-0, and they are top of the table. And Marcelo is very happy.
I'm a very happy man right now. I'm a very happy man, and I'm very happy that this season, for me at least, it should be top 4 at least.
Okay.
We are going for the trophy.
Alright.
So there's no doubt about that.
Alright.
Yes.
Okay. And now let's go to the big game. Away from the Arsenal match. Now let's go to Everton Tottenham. Actually, I didn't watch much of that game. I didn't watch much of it, but Tottenham lost actually, and if you watch the game, some part of the game which I watched, you could see that Mourinho's tactics were kind of failing him. I don't want to say failing him in the match, but they were not favoring him there. What do you have to say about that particular?
Right now, my information, what I have to tell Tottenham fans right now is that Mourinho is taking them straight to relegation. Mourinho is dead.
Okay.
Mourinho is finished. They thought they had a good coach when Mourinho came, but he's going to destroy their team. You fight with their big players like what he's doing to the Dembele and Co.
Okay.
For now, Mourinho, he should go back to the studio and be speaking, and he should go back to the studio. He's not a manager right now again. Yeah. He's done.
So
you could say that
a pandit.
Yes, a pandit. You understand? Because right now there's nothing he can do again in the Premier League. This era is gone.
It's over.
You understand? So right now, you could see that Everton really dominated the game. Yeah. They were really out for. They weren't even going for a draw. You can see even the likes of Richarlison missed big chances, one-on-one chances, empty net. He even missed it.
Yeah.
But Everton is a really strong side this season, and all the big clubs should look out for Everton. Yeah, they're really going to prove a point.
Actually, that's my surprise. Yes. But I think they will be the surprise thing, even though Leeds.
The reason why they won't be they won't be too surprising this season is that right now we've seen all the signings they've done.
Okay.
We've seen that they've gotten new big names and new players. But for Leeds, they are just straight from relegation.
Yeah.
from the championship to the Premier League without any big name, like except Rodrigo.
Okay.
But you could see that the rest of if you even ask me to mention about 5 or 6 players in this, I can't mention.
Okay.
But they are really going to pull a big surprise this season.
Alright.
To finish in top 10.
Okay.
And that will be enough for a surprise.
But just as you said, Leeds have a decent manager. Everton also have a world-class Champions League winning manager, world proving like a very good manager.
That's why I say right now Everton, let's see if you are going to compare them with Leeds head to head. They are better than, like, they have bigger name than Leeds.
Yeah.
So it won't be so surprising to see Everton in top 6.
Okay.
Because you know what their manager is capable of.
Doing.
You understand?
And the squad.
Yes, and the squad too. James Rodriguez is not a small player.
Okay.
You easily work in the Chelsea team.
Okay.
We all know that, yes. It will hurt Chelsea one, but you easily work in this Chelsea team.
Okay.
Yeah. So Everton will be so surprising to finish ahead of Chelsea and Ole and Co. But for Leeds, I'm really looking up to see them in the top 10 or perhaps the top 6. Yes.
Okay, and the Everton match actually was a big match of the weekend, even though.
And I'm very happy Tottenham has lost.
Oh, actually.
They are going this season without winning a game. I'm very sure of that.
Alright, actually, that's his perception, and I don't think that's going to be possible. You know, a team cannot go a whole season without a team that Tottenham. You know, they're a good side though, but they are still having some struggles and some problems, and hopefully or fortunately or unfortunately for them, they might solve it or not. But that's it here. Alright, now let's talk about the Chelsea match. Now, actually, the match wasn't that like interesting as we expected it to be, because we're to see Werner, Havertz, and all those new signings who everybody was talking about in the game. But what do you have to say about that match too?
Actually, I blame Lampard for that. He shouldn't just start with all these new signings like that. He should have, brought them into the team slowly.
Okay.
Kai Havertz, I don't know how many days he has trained with the team. I don't want to believe that's the reason why he didn't perform last night. But it's not an excuse. He should have started his usual players. Then at the end of maybe 70th minute, then you bring in those new signings to just come and wrap up everything. But this is why I keep calling Lampard a PE teacher. No proper manager will do this. You understand?
Okay.
So that was why the game was actually boring for Chelsea. But for me, before Chelsea won the game, when it was 1-1, I was actually enjoying the game because Brighton they were dominating the game and they were giving Chelsea a tough time until Reece James pulled on the Rocket.
Okay.
That's a nice goal though, but that doesn't make him better than Tariq Lamptey.
Okay, actually, Tariq Lamptey played very well yesterday. Yes. I really admired his style of play. He was very good in the game.
It was from I know the reason why James got that was because of how the commentators were praising Tariq Lamptey. I'm sure he was trying to prove a point. That was why I went in for the Rocket. But it's a nice goal though.
Okay, actually the players are here, the commentary. So I think alright. So but. Actually, Tariq Lamptey, I think it's hard time we try to put him to the Ghanaian national team because the guy really has a very, very bright future.
Yes, if Ghana want to win this AFCON, we should bring Nketiah, then Tariq Lamptey, then other stars. We have Ghana, we really have good players, but I don't know why they focus on this. Should I say listen. I'm not insulting this local team, but those players are not actually good enough to bring the AFCON.
Okay.
Understand? You have to focus on winning the trophy, and for winning a trophy, you start from the smaller trophies.
Okay.
You don't send the bigger players at World Cup and send those local team players at AFCON and expect to win something.
Right.
Use the Kelvin Prince Boateng, the Silomiters, and go and play the AFCON. Let them win the AFCON. Okay. Then you start thinking of bringing in those small players into the team. But for now, we should get Tariq Lamptey and Nketiah. I'm sure those two alone can win the AFCON for us.
Alright. Okay. So actually, that was just by the way, but we are still on the Chelsea match, and then one player whom I really thought played very well was Werner. I think Timo Werner played very well yesterday.
Yes, Timo Werner was giving the Brighton defenders a hard day last night.
Yeah, actually with his pace.
Yes, with his pace. That's what we know him for. He has pace and he has finishing.
Okay.
The guy is really dangerous. He's, let's say, Aubameyang, is
the lower version of
Aubameyang.
Okay.
He has pace, he has finishing.
Right.
So with time, if Timo Werner, and Ziyech get to understand each other on the pitch, it's really going to be tough for openings.
Okay, actually Ziyech, in fact, he's my favorite African player. I like Ziyech very much. I think looking at his style and how Werner plays, I think it's going to be a very good link up.
Yes,
because somebody
if they get to understand each other very well on the pitch, I don't know.
Because
it seems to really be scared.
It's going to be very deadly. I think Ziyech and Werner is going to be a very. But actually, Kai Havertz didn't play. Like, I don't blame him though, even though it's his first match and coming into a new team, new league, new environment and everything. You can't blame him that much as to why he's not performing. But actually, yesterday his game was very, very poor.
It was very poor. Chelsea fans said they played him off position. This is what PE teachers do. This is what they do. They will put in let's say the average players at the right position, the very good players off position. And you don't expect a player like Kai Havertz, who is coming into a new league and being played off position to perform. You understand? If he was played at his right position, he might perform. Who knows? But it's still not an excuse for me.
Yeah, but actually it was more like yesterday Chelsea played more like a 5 midfield, because if you look at most of the players they already have a natural winger. You see, during the game sometimes Werner used to drift wide because mostly there was not that much danger on the wings. That's what Willian was doing at Chelsea. That's what Hazard was doing at Chelsea, who would take the ball and walk into the or run to on the defense. But yesterday, you could see that they had more midfield player, because Jorginho, Kante were midfield. Havertz was a midfield. He's a midfielder, number 10. Mount is more like a attacking midfielder. Loftus-Cheek was a midfielder. So they didn't have natural wingers in the game.
Lampard, all what he knows is just put 11 players on the pitch. That's all. He doesn't care who he puts. He makes sure that there are 11 on the pitch, and he hopes they deliver.
Okay.
But I don't think he's really going to help them this season. They'll sack Lampard.
Alright.
I'm giving him 3 months at the start of the season.
Okay, 3 months for Lampard. Chelsea, what do you think? Would Lampard last till the end of the season, or was he going to be successful, or is he going to be a failure as he said? Actually, Lampard did very well last season with the transfer ban and the lack of players, and he was able to finish in top 4. I think it's very, very, very good achievement, and he did very well. So with this kind of crop of players, we're expecting him to do more, because they miss a lot of players. Looking at their wings, the wings was
they will miss Willian a lot.
Yes,
they will miss him a lot.
Because even before there are 2 goals, just the first goal was a penalty, and even the chance that created the penalty wasn't a chance, it was an error.
Yes,
that led
the
to the penalty.
Yes, you could see that.
And the second goal, the third goal was a corner. Yes. So you see that. So it was maybe the only goal you can talk about is the second goal, which if you look at Brighton's goal, it was more like they worked and scored it. But you look at the Chelsea goals, it was just
until a player like Pulisic come to prove himself. Though he's very last season he has proved himself.
Excellent.
So until he comes on the pitch and also show that he's really consistent. Okay. I don't think Chelsea will find it easy this season. Alright. They will lack players on the wings.
Yeah, actually
they'll have to come and play Zuma and on the wings. See what happens for them.
Okay, Zuma on the wings. That's going to be very, very, very funny to watch, because actually Zuma did very well yesterday. So what do you think about Chelsea? What do you think? Okay, relegation. So alright, so we have to prove that Chelsea is actually going to finish in the top 4, or they are going to finish higher than expected from here. So actually that's all for the discussion session, and we make sure you like and share the video for us. Thank you very much. But they never did ever live, ebbing and flowing, inhibited, limited, till it broke up when it rained down like